Hey guys, welcome to Yap University. I'm your host, Mello.
And I'm Gabriell Janae. Let's get into it.
Do you guys ever think about dying?
Today we have a public relations video for you all. We're going to be talking about tips on handling grief.
Yes. You personally have been through a lot of grief in the past month or so. And then obviously you talked about kind of in our last video, she's been dealing with a lot from the past year. So we definitely wanted to share some tips and tricks, maybe hacks to handling grief and just making it a little bit easier.
How to feel lighter. My first tip is, just allowing yourself to feel your emotions, embracing that. You don't have to sulk in the sadness. If there's a day where you happen to feel lighter, then you just feel lighter. You don't have to put on a show for anyone like you're just so sad.
Yeah.
It comes in waves. But if you are feeling sad, cry it out. Don't hold that in. It'll only make it worse. I know I always feel so much better when I cry.
Yeah.
I'll turn on a gospel song. I'll turn on a sad song. But I'm finna let these tears roll, baby. And if I feel like I need to cry and I can't let it out, I'll turn on a sad show. Okay? But I just know from years ago when I was holding that in, it would give me anxiety attacks. Like I would find myself in the bathroom crying in the middle of work, as opposed to when I feel it and I let it go and I could just go about my business and handle things accordingly and show up how I would otherwise.
Right. I think you definitely have to respect how you feel in that moment and every moment. Like you said, like if you have more energy and you want to go get whatever done, like go do that. Or if you want to just lay in the house and curl up and die, fucking do that. Like it's not going to last forever, but you will prolong it by not respecting your feelings and going through that process. So I definitely agree. So for my tip, and I really only had one that I felt like really has helped me. And this is grieving friendships, grieving people, loved ones and things like that. Even grieving like situations and expectations. This helps me a lot. And it's really to just prioritize, like you said, going through those emotions, but more specifically, actually understanding what you lost, right? Truly taking stock of the experience, of the person, of whatever it is that you lost, and just giving it the reverence that it deserves, right? Even relationships. So I'll give an example of a relationship. You guys break up, it doesn't work out. Oh, I wanted to marry this guy or whatever the case, right? And you have to go through the process of grieving those good moments that we had with each other. And then also grieving those bad moments that caused the breakup. But then also grieving, oh, he met my mom and my family loves him and now I have to explain this. But also grieving, I wanted to get married and have his kids. It's such a process of understanding what this person meant to you, what this experience meant to you. And I just feel like that helps me so much because it's like, if I'm just having a regular day, but then I remember, oh, my grandma might have liked this. That can floor me sometimes, right? But when I have that private moment to myself and I can think of, oh, my granny loved this. I love this about her, or she used to get on my damn nerves about this. Like, it's just such a process of going through those emotions. But I just feel like giving yourself the time to sit down and do it is so important.
I agree. My next one is allowing people to support you. I often feel like I can handle things on my own. And then especially as Black women, we're used to being strong, independent Black women. And I hate that narrative, but I mean, it is true. We have the weight of the world on our shoulders, so we're used to handling things by ourselves. I don't want to push people away. And then oftentimes you're kind of like, no one understands. You feel like no one understands, but that's not true. Life is a human experience. We're all humans. We all go through shit. And your friends and family or whoever loves you wants to be there for you. So allow them to do that. It's going to make you feel better. And then when they need you, you're going to feel like you want to do that for them. And they'll feel more comfortable letting you in, or however people want to deal with it. But I think allowing people to support you just with everything in life, whether it be happy, sad, or whatever, is a big thing. Like, don't feel like you're overextending yourself. Now, don't put pressure on them to support you.
Yeah.
But if they're extending it, don't feel like it's a burden to them because they're asking you if you want help.
Right. I definitely agree with that. I think it's so important to have community. I mean, life is all about community. The human experience is all about community. Like, what else is there, you know? But when it comes to allowing people into your feelings, obviously you do have to be careful when it comes to certain things because you have to protect yourself, right? But in that grieving mode, it's very easy to think that outside people are the enemy, right? Because there's so much negativity surrounding you. But I think you would be really surprised how much people just want to make sure you're okay, you know? And I think it's so important just to allow that. Don't put any expectations on it, really. Like, they might be a caller. They might never see you in person and pop up on you. Or they might be, you know, your parent might just randomly drop you off groceries or just little stuff to try to make sure you're okay. All of that means so much. And I think just accept it, you know?
Yeah. My next tip is almost honoring their memory or creating something in remembrance of them. My grandmother was a huge adventurous woman, so the last thing she was planning for us was all to go on a hot air balloon, and I have to do that. You know, and I'm thinking, I don't know if I can handle it this year, but maybe next year on her birthday, make sure I schedule something for that, or even if we let go little balloons for her, you know, like something in remembrance of her would make me feel very good. You know, on the Dios de los Muertos, you know, they light the candles.
The ofrenda and oh, that's just like I said before, like the reverence that people deserve. It's just so beautiful to know your ancestors and know that they're always with you. And so, yeah, their birthdays or their going home dates and stuff like that, like I definitely should be celebrated as much as they can. And it doesn't have to be a big thing, but just even having a private thought to yourself, like, you know, love you, miss you. I'm going to go get an ice cream for us today. Or, you know, like it's just love.
Yeah.
Little ways to show love.
Yeah. Little memoirs.
Okay. What was your last tip?
My last tip is taking care of yourself, taking care of your body. My father used to say cleanliness is close to godliness. And I just feel like when you sit and allow yourself to soak in, you know, this grossness of like sadness and whatever and depression, that's when the spiritual warfare starts to get at you. Like, yes, it's okay to sit and soak and not make your bed one day or da-da-da. And like, you know, my car is a mess right now. But I know that if I sit and let it fester for too long, my life will be a mess for a long time. So within physically cleaning, you are spiritually cleaning as well.
Yeah.
So, and I wholeheartedly believe that. I know for me, for sure, it's been a routine of mine for a year to, at a certain point, I have to clean this if I'm not feeling well. Otherwise, I know mentally it's going to keep me not feeling well because then everything's piling on top of one another. So take the time to clean yourself. Take the time to clean your home. Take the time to clean stuff. I like to turn on gospel music when I do it. But yeah.
Definitely. I feel like malevolent spirits are not going after people that are in peak mental health and they're like, life is together. Like, no, the malevolent spirits, they like to mess with people who's going through something, who's tired, really, because that exhaustion just breeds, like you said, like depression and everything like that, and just sadness. And so it's so important to protect yourself mentally on top of, like you said, taking care of yourself physically, because it's all coincides. And it'll just help you move through, because that's what this is all about, is moving through and moving through. I'm not going to advocate for like, don't cry, you got to get up and go the next day. You move through, but that's not the fucking way to do it. Like, it's just, that's not going to work. Moving through is respecting those moments and then having a better day. And sometimes going back a bit, but you're still moving forward. And sometimes going back, but you're further than you were.
Yes.
And I think that's the whole point.
That is. Healing is not a linear journey. Yes.
Absolutely.
Do you have any more tips for us today?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm a stress eater, so I'm going to eat food.
Me too. Real bad.
And it's going to be junk and candy. So very bad. I'm going to eat food. I'm going to watch a movie. I'm going to lay down for like 3 days and not get up. You know, it just, that's what makes me feel nice. I love my bed, so I'm going to just get under the covers and I might cry. I might, you know.
Eating makes me feel too good.
I love the taste of food. It's like what is it? The endorphins from
Yeah.
like biting. I'll be like, I'm happy now. Ice cream, like the cliche ice cream for the breakup. Like, yeah, they didn't lie. Like, I'm eating food respectfully. I might eat for the next 3 months and gain 30 pounds, you know? But
do not starve
I gotta
yourself
eat food.
in
Please
the sadness.
Eat.
Eat, baby.
Fuel your body for the recovery. But you know, too, like, sadness can literally make your body ill.
Yeah.
You know, it can make you feel ill with the headaches and tiredness and stuff like that. But it's also like you can literally breed medical conditions through your body and being in that state.
One trauma response I had when my grandmother, during her funeral, I didn't know that this was a trauma response, but the shaking, almost like adrenaline. I thought that was only from like accidents or just high intensity workouts. But when I'm like crying, full on sadness, and I'm shaking, I'm like, why can't I stop shaking? Like, is that adrenaline? What is that? But yeah, that was just something I didn't know that happened from like sadness, and that was like jarring for me. I was like, this is crazy.
It's all so intertwined.
Yeah.
Which again, like I agree so much with you saying just take care of yourself and your body. But it's so hard to like give a tip because everybody's journey is different and you can grieve so many things, right? But the main priority is just always going to be yourself and how you view yourself and your view on the world. If you allow someone's passing or grieving whatever situation to just destroy everything that you've built, I know some effed up stuff happens, like crash out valid. Like I'm not holier than nobody. But it's also like, even in your situation, like you still decided, you know, I'm gonna work my new job because I was excited about this. Not a lot of people would do that, you know. A lot of people would, even if the job allowed you to take time off or whatever, a lot of people might not show up again, right? A lot of people might not prioritize their life and their goals again. And so I just respect that so much that you have done that, and that I know you'll continue to do that because it can really derail a lot.
It can.
Yes.
Thank you. I am proud of myself too, if I say so. But that goes back to like just honoring their name for me and like remembrance of them. I know my grandmother wouldn't want me to just lose everything I just gained.
Yeah.
Like if
derail
anything,
all the
she
momentum.
she wants me to keep it pushing and keeping our image alive. So
I
will do that. And that's why I'm excited to be back, even just to yap you. This is our baby. So these are our tips.
This is our
for
love
today,
child.
Yes.
Those were some great tips, though.
Yeah, you too, friend. Period. I think that's all for today.
That's the bell. We got to get up out of here, y'all. We will see y'all for the next class.
Yes, like and subscribe for more if you felt like our tips were helpful, or if you just want to help a sister out.
Okay, push us out into the algorithm. We need it.
Yap you.
Yap you. Bye, y'all.
Bye.